What's up guys, Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles, and today I want to talk to you about the credit card setup I'm currently using in the first quarter of 2023. If you're a fan of the channel, you've probably heard me mention that I applied for these cards fairly recently, and I wanted to give away an update of my Chase journey so far. So if you've ever wondered what it's like to begin your Chase journey after being an American Express fanboy for years, then grab a coffee or an adult beverage, get comfortable, and spend a few moments with Uncle Luke. No need for a lengthy intro, let's get right to the Chase Ink Trifecta. No suspense here, I started acquiring this trifecta right around Halloween, and my goal was to blast through the applications if I was able while the historically high sign-up bonuses were still around. I'm going to give you some of my data points, and I'll mention which businesses I used, how I applied, and how I'm going to be using these ultimate rewards points one day. So hopefully some of you can see how I did this, and maybe some of you can use the same techniques to get yourself the Chase Ink Trifecta. I'm not going to do an in-depth review of all three of these cards, but after I explain my strategy, I'll go over how I'm using each of them and my future plans with Chase business cards. First off, right around Halloween, I saw some data points suggesting folks were being approved for Chase Ink cards while possibly being over 524. Now, if you watch the channel, you know I employ a very aggressive strategy, and you also know before this, I did not have any Chase Ultimate Rewards earning cards. I decided to take a chance and apply for the Chase Ink Preferred, and I'll give you some of my personal information I used for the application. I applied using my property management business, which is to say that I have an LLC that manages rental properties. In truth, at this time, there is only one rental property. But hey, that property has needed a furnace, floors, an air conditioning unit, and lots of plumbing work. Now, it is important to note that I've had a Chase business account associated with this LLC since 2019. So there is some history there. I keep operating capital in this account as well as my monthly payments. On my application, I stated my business has approximately $15,000 in annual revenue. Now that is fairly conservative with monthly rent, loan amortization, and the recent appreciation in the housing market, and plans to purchase another property this year. I probably could have stated I expected to earn twice that. You don't need to earn hundreds of thousands of dollars to be considered a legitimate business. In truth, lots of businesses don't even make money anyways. Obviously, current personal credit score is a factor, and my credit score is generally around the 800 mark, depending on which bureau they use. And I want to say that I generally have between 8 and 12 inquiries because of my high velocity and aggressive strategy. I really don't care much about inquiries. And my point with all this is I had an existing banking relationship with Chase on both the personal and the business side. And I currently have a personal credit card, the Amazon Prime card, that I've had for maybe 10 years. In my opinion, if you want to get Chase cards, I would start that relationship as soon as possible. Even with all of that, I was absolutely surprised I was approved for the card and giving a $13,000 credit limit because I'm over 524. Now, for some reason, folks get really sensitive when you claim this, so I won't spend any more time on that particular part. But I am over 524. And I'm approved for the Ink Preferred, which is a card I really wanted, but it wasn't exactly the most desirable Ink card for me. More on that later. So why did I get the Preferred? Well, the goal from the beginning was the Trifecta, and without this card, there can be no Trifecta. The Preferred has the highest and the most expensive sign-up bonus, 100,000 ultimate rewards points for $15,000 spend, and you need the Preferred to gain access to the Chase transfer partners. If you watch the channel, you know I prefer transferring my points to partners to get insane value for different types of travel. If you haven't watched my maximum value redemption series, I will link a couple videos in the description below. Also, if you want more information or you want to apply for any of these ink cards that I talk about today, I will leave some referral links below. Using my links really helps out the channel, and I appreciate it. Besides being able to pull the UR points together to transfer out, how else will we use this card? Well, there is no foreign transaction fees associated with the Ink Preferred, and it also has travel protections. And if I ever do book travel through the Chase travel portal using my UR points, I'll get a 25% bonus when I use the preferred. It's likely to happen at some point, most likely with domestic economy stuff. The card also earns 3 times UR points on all travel purchases, shipping, cable, internet, and cell phone service. Now, this card comes with cell phone protection as well, so finding a card with both cell phone protection and cell phone service as a bonus category is kind of rare. The card doesn't have a bunch of credits to offset the $95 annual fee, but for me, it holds plenty of value. I was able to meet the minimum spend for this one in a timely manner, and 30 days after receiving the card, I decided to continue movement. That's Charlie Miking. Right after Thanksgiving, I wanted to try my luck again, but this time I wanted to try for the card that I've been wanting for years, the highly coveted, highly strategic Chase Ink Cash Card. Now, this card had and currently still has a historical high sign-up bonus. 90,000 UR points for just $6,000 in spend. This is a much better bonus than the previous 75,000 UR points for $7,500 spend. This application, I used the same business and the same data. The only difference was I had one more inquiry than last time. And I was again super surprised that I was instantly approved, this time with a $10,000 credit limit, which is actually plenty for me. The Chase Ink is one of those S-tier cards, if you ask me, because it earns 5 times on internet, cable, cell phone service, and office supply stores. Now, that is capped at $25,000 per card year. I'll use this card mainly for internet, cable, and I will strategically purchase gift cards and Apple products at Staples when it's beneficial to me. Some of you are probably thinking it should be used for the cell service, but remember the preferred has 3 times earning on cell service, but it also has that cell phone protection. I look at the protection as greater than the increased earnings, at least for me. The card also earns 2 times on restaurants and gas, but I don't see me using it for that for any reason at all. This card came in handy during the holidays because I used it to buy my wife a new iPad for Christmas and those fee-free Visa gift cards made for really nice gifts for other people. Also, some of those gift cards really changed the game on some common merchants. It's possible to turn a lot of 1x purchases or 1.5x purchases into 5 times purchases if you want to take that extra step at Staples. So in my head, I'm thinking that I had already gotten over. I thought about quitting while I was ahead, but there's not much fun in that, is there? I wanted to complete this trifecta and really rack up those Chase UR points. So at the beginning of January, just over 30 days from the second application, I decided to try it once again. This time when applying for the Chase Business Unlimited, I used my YouTube business for the application. This company is formed as an LLC as well, but I currently use US Bank Business Banking for all my YouTube stuff. I opened this LLC in 2021, so it doesn't have a ton of history, but I think the annual revenue is probably a little higher than my property management business. I don't remember exactly what I put for yearly revenue because it really is very inconsistent in this YouTube game. I don't have a bunch of sponsors, but I do think there is some potential for them later on in the year. But I will say that the revenue I reported is likely similar to the previous applications. Again, I was instantly approved. What does that mean? Well, for one, it means Chase is willing and able to finance small businesses right now, and it means that at least at the moment, velocity isn't much of a factor. So how are we using the Ink Unlimited? Okay, for this one, it is a little different. I don't think I'll use this card much after the bonus, which is, again, 90,000 Chase UR points for $6,000 spend. I'm currently working on the bonus for this one, but I think I'm a little ahead of schedule. This card earns 1.5x on everything, which is, in my opinion, a little below the industry standard in a sense, but if you are collecting Chase UR points, then I don't think getting 1.5 times on non-category spend is too bad. Here are some interesting data points. From what I understand, there are folks that really churn these ink cards. There doesn't seem to be a limit on how many you can have or how many bonuses you can get. I'm actually a little tempted to complete a trifecta for each of my small businesses, but I'll be honest, working on larger sign-up bonuses like this is just not fun to do for months on end, and I'd really like a break. Plus, I've waited so long to re-enter the Chase Kingdom, I'd rather not poke that bear. I do want to add another data point that it seems 524 may be relaxed on other Chase business cards as well. We have heard this before. A subscriber told me he's been approved for 5 Chase business cards while being at 924, including the Hyatt business card. So take that how you want, but if you need business funding or you don't like being locked out of earning Chase Ultimate Rewards points, now might be the time to start your entrepreneurial journey. Start that small business. In any case, guys, I hope at least some of you can take the information in this video and use it to help you further your business credit journey. Like I said earlier, I'll leave links below if you want more information or you want to apply for any of these ink cards. These are keeper cards for me, and these will be my base Chase cards until the day comes that I'm eligible and or interested in any Chase personal credit cards. Guys, that's it for me. Be sure to watch my Maximum Value Redemption series to see what I do with all these Chase UR points. If you stayed around to the end, I want to say thank you, and I absolutely appreciate every single one of you.